Okay, so to continue our discussion, last meeting we have finished now up until I think the SOP, no konting SOP, no? So pasadahan lang natin konti, doon na tayo magsimula. Just like what I've said, SOP, no? Statement of the problem. Okay, so ito yung mga phrases wherein it should be start on. So this study or this research aims to. Okay, after that is specifically, this research or study seeks to answer the following questions. No? So just like these examples, diba, that I have shown you last meeting. Okay, so that is a form of statement of the problem. Okay. So this is the sample of the SOP. No? So there are samples of them. Okay, after the SOP, let's go to the third one, which is the significance of the study. From the word itself, significance. Okay, so how significant your study is. Okay, to what extent it is significant. Okay, to where it is significant, to whom it will be significant. Okay, so states the audience who will benefit from a study of the problem and explains how exactly will the results be significant to them. In writing this section in paragraph form, you must cite the beneficiaries. Who will be the beneficiaries of your study? Okay, to whom it will be beneficiary. Okay, so example, ito are to the students, no, to the professors, or to the teachers, to the administrators if necessary, to the parents, okay, to the future researchers, okay, so on and so forth. Okay, kung kanino man yan magiging significant. Okay, so ayan. So ganyan siya. So for each beneficiary group, specifically describe how it will benefit from the findings. Okay, so per paragraph, now let's say for example to the students, okay, then there will be explanation, okay, on how it will be beneficiary, not for them, okay, or how it will be beneficial, not to them. Okay, so each yon, students, professors, teachers, okay. So significance of the study. Okay, so what will be the general contribution of your research as a whole? So ganito gumawa. First question to answer. What will be the general contribution of your research as a whole? Okay, so pwede siyang magkaroon ng ganitong panimula. This study will be able to contribute research-based data and knowledge on the possible relationship between senior high school students' use of social media and their attention span. Furthermore, the society in general can make informed decisions that are relevant to this area. So the first paragraph of the significance of the study, okay, will be a general contribution. Kaya ano ba yung magiging contribution nito generally, hindi pa dun sa mga beneficiary. Okay, so later on pa yon. Next question, which group of people will specifically benefit from the study and how exactly? Okay, so dito na yan. More specifically, this study shall be beneficial to the various groups of people. Okay, so you are going to enumerate them now. Students, not only in the senior high school level. Okay, so again, this shall be beneficial to the various groups of people, students, una. You can bold this if you want. Okay, so not only in the senior high school level can use the information which this study will produce, but to regulate and be more responsible of their use of social media to hopefully improve their performance and concentration in class. Okay, so they are the beneficiary and how it will benefit them. Okay, so nakalagay din siya. So teachers and professors, these are just examples. Ha? So parents, okay, after the teachers and professors, ipapaliwanag mo rin, okay, how it will be beneficial to them. Katulad ng nandito sa example sa students. Ganun din sa parents, okay, how it will be beneficial to them, and those for other beneficiary na of your study. Okay, so kung may university and school administrators man, you may do so. Okay, and other researchers or future researchers, you can address them as future researchers na lang. Okay, sa significance of the study. Fourth, the scope and limitation or the limitation. This presents the coverage no, of the research in terms of location, time, respondents, etc., and the potential weaknesses or problems with the study identified by the researcher. From the word itself, scope and the limitation. Okay, up to what, tawag dito, up to how many number of respondents, no? Up to what time, up to what area of location lang. Okay, ang magiging scope nito. Okay, kung hanggang saan lang at hanggang saan lang siya limitado. Okay, yung scope and delimitation natin. So, meaning what the researcher does not intend to do. A researcher must appreciate that the research must define limitations and inform others about what these limits are. So you're just going to mention pa din kung hanggang saan lang yung limitations niya. Okay? Let's say for example, there are other variables to consider okay, on your research study. Okay, you are going to mention there no, na hanggang dito lang yung limit ng study natin and will not cope up no, the other variables or the other things okay, that might be relevant to your topic. Okay? Para malinaw lang kung hanggang saan lang yung scope, pati yung kung up to what extent lang your study is limited to. Okay? So, ganun lang. If in writing this section naman, you must cite data collection, identify school involved. Okay, so ilalagay natin alin ba yung school na involved if there will be a school or pagkakandakan is a school. Okay, so dapat yung name ng school nakalagay. The number of classes or the number of respondents dapat nakalagay din. Anong grade or year level? No, be specific with that. Okay, grade 12 students, alin yung grade 12 students? Okay, lahat ba or different strands lang? Okay, or meron tayong strands na pipiliin? ABM lang? STEM lang ba siya? Guess lang ba siya? Or you? Okay? So number of participants, okay, just like what I've said earlier. Topics of lessons covered. Okay, if applicable. Just like what I've said, yung mga magiging topic lang or magiging cover lang ng iyong research study. Okay, kung saan lang siya limit or limited to. Okay, so not to the extent na may sasama yung mga hindi naman relevant na to your research study. State inadequate measures of variables, loss or lack of participants, small sample sizes, errors in measurement, and other factors typically related to data collection and analysis. Okay, so you can cite all of these things no, on the scope and limitation of your study. Okay, so madali lang naman yung scope and limitation. Up until kung ano lang yung magiging scope nun, who will be the respondents exactly, at what research local or area you are going to conduct your research. Okay, so ano pa ba? To what topic lang it is limited to, alin yung mga hindi na dapat isama. Okay, so yun lang. So scope and delimitation, pwede siya isulat ng ganito. The study is a correlational research focusing on the association between the use of social media and attention span of 50 senior high school students of De La Salle Araneta University under the Humanities and Social Sciences strand in the first term of the academic year 2017-2018. Okay? Kung nakikita natin, binanggit din what kind of research design no, they are used. Okay? Or they were used. Correlational research. Okay? So nakafocus, association between the use of social media and attention span of whom or of how many senior high school students? 50 senior high school students of what school? Of the La Salle Araneta University. Under what strand? Under the Humanities and Social Sciences strand. Okay, in what year? In the first term of the academic year, 2017-2018. Just like what I've said earlier. Okay? Katulad nung ginawa natin sa research title, no? Kaya nakalagay doon na hindi na kailangan pang ilagay yung year of the study conducted. Okay? Kasi pwede siya ilagay sa scope and limitation. Okay? So magiging mas mahaba lang kasi yung title natin kapag ilalagay pa natin yung year. Okay? So you can put that into the scope and limitation. Furthermore, so this additional information na the study the limits, okay, itself to attention span, meaning doon lang siya limitado, hanggang attention span lang. The study the limits itself to attention span in class and will not attempt to measure this variable in other environment. So social media use will be limited. Okay, so anong mga social media? To the use of social networking sites and exclude the use of the internet by the respondents for educational purposes. Okay, so yun lang yung scope natin, no? To up to what extent it will be limited to. Okay, yung scope natin, identify the boundaries of the study in terms of respondents, objectives, facilities, area, time frame, no, and the issues to which the research is focused. Pag sinabi naman delimitation, no, you will state the delimiting factors such as this, okay, of the study, such as geographical location, the age, the sex, the population, the size, etc. Okay, so kaya siya pinagsama scope and delimitation. Okay, so as easy as that lang. Not to up to what it is, tawag to, up to what it is limited to. Okay, kung ano lang yung magiging scope. Okay, so, ayun na yung last slide pero meron pa tayong isa, di ba? Yung, tawag dito, hindi ko na-save dito yung PowerPoint presentation ko. Pero sabihin ko na lang, what you call this one, the definition of terms, okay? So the definition of terms natin, di ba alam nyo naman na yun, this is where you are going to list the vocabulary words, no, the essential vocabulary words, no, in your research study, okay, wherein it will be divided into two, no, the operational and the conceptually defined, okay? Conceptually, tsaka operationally defined yon. Okay, conceptual definition, tsaka operational definition. Okay, so doon is dapat magkahiwalay sa conceptual tsaka sa operational. Both of them must be in alphabetical order. Okay, naka-alphabetical order yon. Kaya ano pinagkaiba ni conceptual tsaka ng operational? Anyone who can, tawag ito, who can remember? Ano pinagkaiba ni conceptual tsaka ng operational definition when it comes to the research? Anyone? Ano pinagkaiba ng conceptual tsaka operational definition sa research? 'Di ba? Yes, Tracy.
Sir, sa ano po, sa operational definition po, sir, kung paano po siya ginamit sa research niyo. Tapos yung conceptual po, para po siyang denotation ng meaning.
Okay, very good. So conceptually is the denotative one, okay, and then operational is the connotative one. Okay, so meaning conceptually defined terms no in the research was based no on the dictionary, on the encyclopedia. Okay, so however, on the other hand, when we say operationally or connotatively defined, so it is defined on how it was used no, in the research study. Okay, so meaning magkapareho yung parehas na vocabulary words present in the conceptual and operational, but the meanings or the definitions are different. Okay? Pero dapat each, no, it will be in alphabetical order. Conceptual man yan or operational. Okay, so that's how it is working. Okay? So yun lang. Scope and delimitation, um, definition of terms, the SOP, the background of the study, um, research framework pa pala. Alam ko meron akong separate discussion with this research framework. Pero madali lang naman yun. Sige, pasadahan ko na din. Ang research framework natin, conceptual tsaka theoretical. No? Theoretical framework natin, so you know what theoretical framework is from the word itself, theory. It has something to do with the theory. So anong gagawin doon sa theoretical framework? Hahanap ka ng isang theory or even theories, okay, or even kahit yung isa lang. Okay, isang magandang theory or dalawa, one or two, na theory which is truly relevant no, to your topic. Na sa tingin mo, this will be the best theory ever. No, that this is the best theory that will suit no, to your topic. Okay, so we're going to justify it. no, on your theoretical framework. Okay, so ano kinalaman ng theory na yon dito sa iyong study? Okay, so dapat may mahanap kayong mga ganong klaseng theory. 'Di ba katulad sa mga languages, 'di ba meron tayong Noam Chomsky second language acquisition, o SLA. Meron din tayo katulad ni na ano na Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, 'di ba? Marami mga different kinds of theory. Meron tayong um, tawag dito, Sigmund Freud, psychoanalytic theory, di ba? Meron tayong Jean Piaget's cognitive theory. Okay, meron tayong um, parang ano this one, ano pa ba, behavioral theory, di ba? Meron tayong mga ganyan. Okay, so on and so forth. Meron tayong Lev Vygotsky, di ba? Marami tayong mga iba't ibang klase ng theory, okay, wherein you can cite, no, and you can put onto your theoretical framework which has something to do or very relevant, no, to your research topic. Okay? So when it comes to the conceptual framework naman, ito yung may IPO. Okay, so ito yung kalimitan ginagamit talaga natin pagdating sa conceptual framework. The IPO model. The input, the process, and then the output model. Okay, so familiar with that? IPO, input nilalagay natin is the variables. Okay, nilalagay doon yung ating mga variables, the things that is inside the SOP. Okay, the variables there. The what you call this one? The what you call this? The demographic profile. Ay, the demographic profile, the variables, no, basta lahat ng ini-input. Okay? So, ito naman sa process is how are you going uh, to manage your data collection. Okay, anong gagamitin ninyo? What instruments you are going to use? Diba? Nakalagay doon kung survey questionnaire ba siya, ang ilalagay natin doon. Observations ba? Merely observations, interviews. Okay, so so on and so forth. Okay, so all of those things that has something to do with the process. Okay, so the procedures rather, no, the procedures of data collection. And then the output, no, what will be the outcome? Okay, so what do you think is your outcome? Okay, so what do you call this one? Assumed outcome. A presumed outcome. Okay, so ano yung magiging findings sa tingin ninyo? Ano yung magiging end product if there will be? Okay, so ganun siya. IPO model pa rin ang gagamitin natin sa ating conceptual framework which is the input, process, and output. But there are some na hindi IPO model ha. Pero siguro next meeting na lang papakita ko sa inyo no sa research framework. Pero again, ang ating gagamitin is the IPO model no. The input, the process, and the output. Okay? All right. So I think hanggang dun lang ang ating chapter 1. Wala na yata akong nalimutan na parts. Wala na. Okay? So just to remind you lang, tawag dito, the pointers to review will be from the variables of research, designing research topic, tama ba? Okay. And then this one, the chapter 1. Okay? So hanggang dito lang. So yun lang ang ating magiging part of the exam. Okay, or the coverage na of the exam. Okay, so by the way, dala ko ng Genio account. Okay, so hindi ko yata napagawa sa inyo to last time, no? This will serve as your assignment na lang din siguro. Okay, so andito yung ating PowerPoint presentation of the chapter 1. Okay, research questions. Okay, so for your activity, this is supposedly your activity, but it will serve as your assignment na lang, no? Magpa-5 na rin naman. Hindi nyo na rin to kaya tapusin. Okay, so capstone project research problem activity. Now look for that. Na-share ko na to sa inyo. So tignan lang natin para mabigyan ko kayo ng instruction. Okay, so ito yung gagawin. Dali lang naman siya. Tungkol lang to sa research question. Okay, so check the column that speaks of the quality of the given quantitative research problem. Okay, so these are 10 research questions or research problem. Okay? So, ang gagawin nyo lang is just to check if it is researchable or non-researchable. Okay? Meaning, feasible ba siya or hindi? Okay? Researchable or non-researchable, check nyo lang kung alin dyan, and then, you must justify. Have a comments, reasons, or reactions through that. Okay? Justify your answer. Okay? So, yun lang. Dapat i-justify natin. Sa ating input, hindi na nilalagay yung ating survey example. No, hindi na natin yun ilalagay doon. Okay, so ito lang yung ating activity. So this will serve as your assignment na lang siguro. Okay? So any question regarding your chapter 1 so far? Okay, so perhaps probably before the exam, I will give the ano, I will give sort of reviewer, no, a flashcard reviewer on your genuine na lang siguro. Okay, so that would be all. Again, that is the chapter 1. Okay, so I hope that you have learned something new for today. This is just a review lang naman halos, no, of what you have learned on your previous PR1. Okay, so hopefully you have learned something new and it will be helpful for you in your in working of your research. Okay? So again, let's call it a day. So you have enough time pa. Gawin na, pwede nang gawin yung activity if gagawin nyo na para may pasa na agad at hindi na kayo maghahuli pa sa oras. Okay? So good luck to your upcoming exams na rin. Okay? So galingan ninyo. Okay? So again, goodbye and thank you. Stay safe. God bless everyone. Okay? Bye-bye.